Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are pulling back the curtain on a secret weapon for every homeowner, title insurance. Now, I know it sounds like just another piece of paper in that giant stack you sign at closing, but trust me, it might just be the one thing that saves you from losing your dream home. So, you've done it. You found the perfect place, you signed on the dotted line, you've got the keys in your hand. But what if I told you that someone else, someone you've never met, could have a hidden legal claim to your new home? It's a terrifying thought, and it's a risk most homebuyers don't even know exists.
Think about it. You're so focused on the mortgage, the inspections, the moving trucks, but there's this danger just lurking in the property's history. To skip out on protecting yourself here, well, it's a huge gamble on what's probably the biggest investment you'll ever make.
Okay, let's dig into what the actual problem is. Just imagine this for a second. You're all moved in, months have gone by, and then a knock at the door. It's someone claiming they actually inherited the house from a distant relative you've never heard of. It sounds like something out of a movie, right? But it's a very real possibility. And get this, these aren't even your problems. They're like ghosts from the property's past. We're talking about stuff like forged signatures from decades ago, surprise errors, unpaid bills from a previous owner, or even just a simple typo in the public records. With years and years of transactions, it's almost a guarantee that some properties have these little landmines just waiting to go off. So, how on earth do you protect yourself from something like that? It's not like you can hop in a time machine and fix a mistake from 50 years ago. Well, you can't. And that's exactly where the solution comes in. This is the key thing to understand about title insurance. It is not like your homeowner's policy that protects you from future stuff, like a fire or a storm. No, this is totally different. It's a shield that protects you today from things that went wrong in the past, long before you were ever in the picture. And here's the best part. If one of those ghosts from the paperwork does show up at your door, you aren't suddenly drowning in a legal nightmare that could drain your bank account. The policy steps in. It pays for the lawyers, it covers the court fees, and in a total worst-case scenario, it could actually pay you back for the entire value of your home. Okay, so that all sounds good in theory, right? But let's look at a real story to see how this actually works in the real world. This is where you see just how powerful this thing can be. So picture this. It's a super common story. A new homebuyer is totally pumped about their fixer-upper project. But then, a surprise from the past shows up. A contractor who says he did a bunch of work on the house for an owner 2 sales ago, and he never got paid. And this is the crazy part. The problem was totally invisible during the sale. The contractor had filed what's called a lien, which is a legal claim against the property for the unpaid debt. But it was misfiled, just buried deep in the county records. It was a hidden trap, just sitting there, waiting for the next person to fall into it. So, what did this potential disaster cost the new homeowner? A big fat zero. Nothing. Because they had title insurance, the insurance company handled the entire mess. They settled the claim, they got the lien cleared, and the new owner's investment was completely safe. Okay, this next part is absolutely critical to understand, so listen up. Your bank is going to make you buy a lender's policy, but that policy protects them and their loan. The one that protects you, your down payment, your equity, that's the owner's policy. It's often framed as optional, but as you've just seen, I'd say it's pretty essential, wouldn't you? All right, let's bring it all home and get to the final verdict. When you really weigh the small cost against the massive protection you get, the value here is just undeniable. And maybe the best part, this is not another monthly bill you have to stress about. The owner's policy is a single, one-time fee that you pay at closing. That's it. And it protects you for as long as you or your heirs own the property. When you really think about it, you weigh that one-time fee, which is just a tiny fraction of your home's price, against the absolute nightmare of a legal battle that could literally cost you your home. What is that peace of mind worth? To me, it seems priceless. So yeah, it's really a no-brainer. You've got to stop thinking of this as just another closing cost. It's not. It's a fundamental shield you're putting around your biggest financial asset. So we'll leave you with this one last question to think about. Without an owner's title insurance policy, is your biggest investment, your home, really, truly secure? It's such a small step to take, but it gives you this massive protection that ensures your dream home actually stays your dream home.